Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with my favorite, Miguel Nunez. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
I love it when you're here, and you're a wealth of knowledge here in San Diego. You have a lot of experience with historical homes. Tell us what you know.
Well, San Diego in itself, I think old San Diego started somewhere around Bankers Hill. I mean, it was downtown, but then there was just a lot of ship activity. It's a port. And back then, the bankers would live in Bankers Hill, which is now Bankers Hill, Mission Hills. So that's where a lot of the main group of historical homes are. This year, actually, we have now experienced 3 homes with historical capabilities. And why I say capabilities is because just because it's historical in itself, it is not recorded with the city, and so there's a program called the Mills Act, where if you are owner of a home that you know for a fact or you suspect that it could be historical, and they have about 6 criteria. One is the age of the home, the location, who the architect was, who's lived in the house, and there are a couple of others. So if you have maybe 2 or 3 of those, you could go and apply to the board and say, hey, I think my house is historical because of this, and that. They'll do the research, and there's people who does the research into that. And the advantage, there's 2 advantages from my perspective, is one, to just be the proud owner of a historical home with a background. And it's like people buy, a piece of art. It becomes a piece of art. And secondly, the city, to encourage maintaining that historical character of those homes within San Diego, they give you a great property tax break. So there's a financial incentive there, but again, it's just a way to help these people to bring that property back to its original life.
Is there any nuances in selling a property that has been labeled as a historical home, or is there a benefit in selling a property that's been labeled that?
It all depends. We just sold a very interesting home in La Jolla. It was a large lot, half an acre, blocks away from downtown, which is huge from the perspective of land. But the house was historical because it happened to be the house of the developer of Yellowstone, the park, the national park. This house was his winter home. Nobody wants to be in Yellowstone in winter, so this was his winter home. So for someone, when we sold it, we really were all cheering for somebody to come in and remodel it. It was badly in decay. I mean, holes in the ceiling. So the hope of everyone was, I hope they maintain the nature and the beauty of this house. And yes, there's what appeared to be a lot of wasted land in La Jolla, which is huge. But that's what people are trying to do. Now, of course, you can tear the house down and then build 4, 6 homes there and then make a ton of money. So that's the balance that the developers and the true lovers of history are debating.
Yeah, we want to keep it intact here in San Diego, because once they're gone, they're gone. You want to keep them here.
Yeah. We've done our 2 last ones are mid-century modern, one in downtown and Mission Hills, and the other one now we're putting on the market in Del Mar. And it's an acquired taste. Mid-century modern is very elegant.
Specific,
a lot of walls and a huge, a lot of windows. Lower, it's a minimalist design. It's kind of 60s, 70s, but it has its charm.
Right.
They had a different aspect than we have now of the family room and the backyard, and that wasn't the in thing back then.
Right.
But in itself, it's like a sculpture. It's like a huge sculpture.
Exactly. It's not for everybody, but it's definitely still beautiful.
Yeah.
And we can refer to this as the Mills Act.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
MILLS.
Correct.
Mills Act. Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, of course, like I said, a wealth of knowledge. I mean, where else to find it here and with you? So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks,
Glad
guys.
to be here.